I don't think I've seen one this dirty. Have you seen this before? Let's not talk about that. We're gonna make sure the video doesn't go up because this we're not talking about. I'll tell you more about it at the end of the video. Let's get started on this. So because of this, we're gonna take the seats out to do that. The car's in really good shape. I don't know what conditions they drove through to get it here. It was brought here on an open trailer and it came from a long way away. So maybe this is just from the road conditions. It's almost like a sandy grit. Who knows? It could be salt. You guys from up north tell me what this is. We're putting a brand new OEM Honda soft top on and replacing the plastic window with glass. Look how much better that looks. Just 15 minutes of TLC and a little bit of cleaning products. Talking of which, if you guys want to be a cleaning product sponsor, let me know. I'll put your name in every cleaning video, give you some love, send our customers your way. Of course, if we like your products, let us know. This is our new favorite thing, the HardRace bushing kit. This is for the AP1, this is the AP2. I'm gonna do my car when we get a chance, but this is the full kit. Every single bushing. These are rubber bushings, they're not urethane. You're not gonna have that squeakiness and that annoying road feel. It's just gonna tighten up the suspension. 20 bushings in here, so every single bushing it replaces, that tightens up your car. Gives it a really nice, solid feedback. Ball joint is perfect. Surprising, we don't see too many issues with ball joints on these. Even 100,000 miles, that is tight as can be. But the bushings over time, obviously, they deform a little bit. Not as noticeable on the upper arm, but the lower arms, you notice that that is no longer centered. It's kind of hard to focus on that. Just wanted to show you a comparison here. This is the rear upper arm on an AP1. So these are the bushings for the AP1. This is the size of the bushings for the AP2. So 04 and up, that's the bushing that you get. Quite a big difference. So that is AP2 only. All the rest of the bushings are actually the same, but that would be this bushing here for 04 and up. This is the bushing for 2000 to 2003. There's a banana in the background too. It's gonna throw people off. You don't need to clean the desk up.
So this is from my friend Amy, who is amazing. This is for her sweetheart because it's Valentine's.
This is so cool.
And we can't really tell. We have to make sure this doesn't come out until
after. Out after.
Well, yeah, he's gonna make
it's
sure
for the
he
car
gets
in the
car.
shop. I've already done the shh about what's going on and wrote
so
on the board.
she hooked us up with a little, yeah.
That could be 15 or a 500. Who has a $500 gift card?
Who does that?
Starbucks?
Who
That
does
is
that?
unbelievable.
And then
And that's for George and I. We go get some hair products, or our nails did.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much. You're the best.
Awesome.
Yes, we appreciate you, and I cannot wait. And the key word is red.
So before you replace your rotor, there's a little bit of cleaning around the hub that we recommend you do. These are the slotted. We offer these in slotted or blank. Just depends on your preference. What's nice is they're coated on the edges and the hubs. So if you're going to do this, go ahead and buy yourself a pack of this. To sell it in the store at LHTperformance.com. Those guys are pretty good, I think. They come with the stainless Allen rotor screws and then a pack of anti-seize, which is something you want to put on your rotor screw. So those are available, they're pretty cheap, and it's going to have everything you need to hold this on. But let's clean the hub first. Let's show you what you got to do. I wanted to show you one of my tips for cleaning the rust off here. We've used it so many times. So you can either use an electric drill or a battery operated drill. Get a wire brush like this. There's a bunch of different sizes and shapes. Found a good idea to use this. Make sure you wear some safety glasses too, because these things will fire off. So this is the rust area that we're going to try and get off. The rotor sits against that and it will actually build up around here. So if you remove the rotor and take it and move it around, these little balls of rust will sometimes get stuck under here. We've seen it worse than this. And then of course the rotor doesn't sit flat against this surface. That's one reason we clean it and then bolt the rotor on with the screws so it holds on tight. That way it doesn't move. So I'm going to go ahead, and nice thing about this is you can go around the stud here and go between it. See the rust flaking off. Make sure you got a fan running. We've got a couple of big fans around us. That way you're not breathing that stuff. But you see you can go around it. See with having a hole in the middle? You put your stud in there, that way you can get all the way around here. So you can buy one of these from your Snap-on dealer. They're about $3,000, but they do have a payment plan, so it's very affordable. Or you can go to Harbor Freight, you get 3 of them for like $3.85. Go ahead and clean it right here. And get it until you're happy with it. Go over and over it, make sure it's nice. And then this here, you can use the same for that. You can go in here, put it on an angle, nice and slow, and clean it, and it'll spin at the same time. Look at that. It's almost like I've done this before. And then you can clean that up, paint it, make it look pretty. Nobody's ever going to see it except you and maybe your mechanic. Hopefully you're the mechanic. Because your mechanic ain't gonna do this. Flat rate doesn't pay for that. So there you go. That's what you gotta do to clean up your hubs. See right now how much nicer the arms look. These just don't really come coated from Honda. They give them kind of like a quick dip in like a black. It's almost like a really, really thin, watered down paint. It's just to stop them rusting. But when they're done like that, they just look nice. You see the bushings are all in there. This will be tightened when it's on the ground. I've shown you this so many times, but you want the wheels on the ground or put them on blocks. Load the suspension, then lock down your bolts right here. Remember, this isn't a bearing. It is gonna twist on the rubber. So once it squashes that rubber, then the rest of it is the deflection on the rubber. So you want it in the neutral position before you lock them down. That goes for everything except your ball joints and except your shock bolt. It's not gonna move that much. However, we do them all at one go. That way we can kind of sign off on it and go, yes, it's tight. Our rotor bolts are in there. Don't forget the anti-seize on there. You can smear a little bit on the back of that hub. Just kind of wipe it on and then wipe it off so it's not thick. Make sure your rotor is clean. Put your brake back together and you're pretty much done. It's Bruce. What do you got? Anything good?
We got clutch and some, I think, carbon parts.
Oh.
Lead carbon parts or something?
I don't know, maybe. Suspension's now in the right height of where the car would be. All the jacks are holding it. Now we can lock down all these bolts, and that is going to be the position where it starts, and the suspension will go up from there. That's the correct way to do it. Arms are all tightened and torqued. Front brakes are all together. The back ones, we're just waiting for the pads. What I thought was S2000 rear pads are not S2000 rear pads. So next thing to do is...
And Integra pads, which is kind of weird. We would never walk around Integras, do we?
Yeah, they just look just like S2000 pads.
Just a little bit smaller.
Look how nice all that looks. So we're doing the UK mod, which if you guys know what that is, it means putting a little bit of HP sauce and a little bit of tea, a little bit of crumpets. What else do they have over there? It's been a while.
I think we're definitely going to put a Yorkshire tea in the exhaust somewhere.
Yorkshire. It's only Yorkshire if you've never heard of it.
I haven't. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
They connect a little bit of pipe from there to there. If you've done these, we've done quite a few. Go ahead and pipe in and tell us what diameter pipe you would put in there. And then for the guy that tells me that it hinders exhaust flow, it doesn't. So we'll show you when it's done. We're gonna get all this taken apart, clean it, refinish the mufflers, polish the tips, and make it look pretty swanky.
You gonna polish anything else or just these?
Just
these?
Just,
okay.
Yeah.
It's a bit dangerous.
It's a dangerous game. So we'll show you when it's done. I'm not gonna show you the whole process because watching us drill and grind and cut and weld and all that good stuff isn't as exciting as it is seeing the finished product. Didn't get a sound clip beforehand, but you guys know what an S2000 sounds like. There is the little piece right there. There is a polished tip. This is going to look sweet and have a little bit more sound. If you're not looking for a lot of sound, this might be the answer of the UK mod. this is just cleaned up a little bit. You know, the paint comes off this. Well, I just sanded it and hit it with some, this is like a graphite gray, but it'll break up against the black. It won't look too obvious. Anyway, let's get the new shift boot in there. Pay attention to this. I did do an install on these, but if you notice, it's got 3 holes, 4 holes, 4 holes, and 3 holes. Make sure you set it up right. That correlates to these pins right here. You see it's got 3 across the top, 4 down each side, and 4 across the bottom. Make sure you put it in there. And this is a little thicker leather. The one that comes from Honda is like a plasticky leather. It's very, very thin. The one we're selling you is a really high grade leather. Wait till you smell this thing. It just smells like a brand new Porsche. Before you install all your switches back, go ahead and clean it. This is like Coke, the spill down there, also in there. Clean that, make it look nice. It'll make all the difference. Just a little bit of a detail when you see it. Same with this switch right here. Don't use chemical cleaner on this because you will remove the paint that says roof and then it won't look the same. Just use some mild detergent, a little bit of soap and water. Don't drench it because you don't need to go down by that switch. And by refinishing that in the gray, it looks kind of stock. These do get beat up. You'll notice they're like a chrome underneath. Just be very careful because that chrome does flake off. I think what I'm going to do is try out that new leather honey on this and see what it does with this. It's actually in really good shape, but I'm kind of excited to see how that stuff works. This will all drop down. I'll show you when it goes back together. But this is one of those things that I talk about so often in our videos. This is something you see in your car, and you know, these cars are now, if it's an AP1 like this one, it's 25 years old. But look at that. That doesn't look like a 25-year-old part. Right? Looks like brand new. Go ahead and fire this up and just make sure it works as it's supposed to before we run it through the amp. He has a conversion harness right here.
It's come directly from Crutchfield. You can order it this way with the steering wheel control box part of it. But the people who had the radio in here have separated the steering wheel control wiring from the plug, so we have to put it back into the plug so that it works.
Okay.
So I'll do that after we make sure it works. Yeah, I don't know. I think they had an aftermarket radio in it and then decided they wanted to keep it, so they built this little conversion.
Yeah, every car seems to have a story. The older they get, the more stories they show you. But this is what an MP1 looks like with all of this out. So I guess we can, we're not going to put this video out until he gets it back.
Yes.
But I was kind of apprehensive. This is our phone mount. So this is getting carpet paid for by his friend Amy. She did this as a surprise for you, Kevin. So I'm sure by now you are watching this video and you know you've got new carpet, but trying to find this carpet was a bit of a challenge. But Esther found it. Factory red carpet. And it looks like brand new. Look at that. There's nothing like OEM carpet. We've even got all the new clips. It's got clips in it, but nothing like factory carpet. It's molded. It also has this kind of like a waterproof backing. If you ever spilt water in your S2000, I hope you didn't spill anything worse than water. But if you did, you'll notice it just kind of pools there. You can wipe it up and it's dry and it doesn't soak through because it has this plastic backing. It's absolutely brilliant. Why do you think we like Hondas and Japanese cars so much? Because they're just fantastic. But there you go. Esther found this, and look at the size of the box it came in. You could have shipped Esther in this box. You know what? Bid now. We'll ship you Esther. We'll leave it with you for a week. So there you go. That's the new carpet. It's got some of these pieces that come unglued, like I just showed you, like this piece right there. You just got to line it up and put it back. It's kind of like the sound material, and to give it a little bit of a cushy feel. Anyway, that's the carpet. Look how short that thing is.
Yeah.
And then when they used to be like this tall.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
No, it's just a screen and it's an amp.
Digital media.
Yeah. Back in the day when we had CDs.
That works so far.
That makes a beep. So we don't know what speakers are in here. We'll take this apart and we'll show you. We've got static. Comment below if you're interested in hearing about the whole story of Esther's Rogue. She now has a new one, by the way. She loves the Nissan Rogue. Well, Stereo Shop is who is doing the blue on blue car. The one I did the video of just went up, I think, a couple of days ago. They have that car, they're doing the stereo. We're doing the stereo in this one. We're not really a stereo shop, but basic stuff we can obviously handle. This shop, we've seen a bunch of their work. We've sent customers here. We've bought stuff from them. They do terrific work. And they're close, so I'm going to support them. I'm going to send you to them. Is that Bruce right there? Yes, it is. And we'll continue to recommend them. Right now, I'm just going to buy RCA cables, but if the blue car is within sight where I can take a quick look at, I will. We dropped that car off last week. I already did the video on that one. It was called Blue on Blue OEM Plus. Do the custom installs. They're doing the car for us, and like I mentioned, they've done a handful. They just sold us the RCA cables right here, and they're upfront and honest to say, well, how good of a set do you want? Do you want a really high-end set? Do you want a middle of the road set? Do you want something just to get you by? Check those guys out. They've been in business almost as long as me, since 1997. I'm impressed. That's a hard thing to do. Anyway, I want to meet Esther and George some coffee at Racetrack. There we go, just got 3 small coffees. So guys, thank you so much for all you guys that send us the Starbucks cards. I typically give the Starbucks cards to George, and he brings us Starbucks on a Monday, but today's Wednesday. I figured I would treat us to some coffee. Got us coffee and some RCA cables.
4000 series.
Well, you said don't get 3000.
Oh yeah, for sure.
3000, don't get 4000. Good.
Yeah.
Super nice up there. That lady knows her stuff, and super easy to work with. So I didn't know, you probably know this, these are directional.
I have heard that.
She said it will definitely help with the sound or lack of sound, picking up noise. That's actually pretty cool. I never knew about it.
Like that part right there.
Well, I didn't do that.
You didn't do it?
No, this is a family channel, George.
Good.
I don't want to be doing that.
Look at that.
Can you feel the direction?
Oh, that's nice.
Sweet. I think I got 12 feet.
All right.
So, all right. I'll put your coffee up here.
All right. They're a little bit bigger.
Flip them over to the back sides. The back just looks similar, don't they?
Yeah. They both say they're 6.5, but I mean, the black one looks bigger. The cone is a little bit bigger. It's like barely, but it is.
The shifter rebuild parts.
Yeah, the cage actually broke in half coming off this one. It usually doesn't do that, so it's definitely due for something.
Nice. So shifter rebuild is done, and also this is the secret part, the carpet. Look how beautiful that is. Get out the shadow. I'll show you here in a minute. It's dark in here. The other one had a huge hole here, and it was really badly worn. This is where they all get the wear. Obviously, your seat covers this, your feet are up here with a floor mat. This part gets destroyed. Really is the part that gets all the abuse. And unfortunately, the passenger side never really has an issue because nobody really sits on the passenger side of an S2000. I mean, nobody does. We're gonna put his floor mats back in. We have new floor mats. I'll show you here in a minute, and I'm gonna keep them in the bag. Here it is. Look at that. That's what was missing. This is the driver's side. This is where your kick panel is. These are your pedals. This is the bottom of the car. I don't know why somebody cut that out. Anyway, we got the whole thing. We're gonna put that back in. That is a passenger side, but it's in good condition, just so we can keep these mint. These are in the bag. If this was me, I wouldn't even remove them out of the bag. I just keep them knowing that they're nice. That will just help keep the carpet clean until it goes back. A few of the little things to put back in. Stereo, I'll show you here in a minute. Center console is going to go back in. The phone holder just needs to be clipped back up on our bracket. We'll go over his list. Shifter is done. Spark plugs just have to be put in. I just did the valve adjustment. I left all this open. I showed you briefly. Spark plugs we did 6 years ago, I think. Anyway, we've got new ones to put in there, and then this can all go back together. Then we're going to give it a final wash. Going to wash the engine bay, wash the car, wax it, make it look pretty. As you hear, we just missed the rain. It's pouring outside. Engine bay, we just detailed it. Look how nice it looks now. All that salt is out of the way. Went ahead and dressed all the plastic. Look at that. Looks like a brand new car. This one really looks good. Inside's done. It just temporarily put one floor mat in there. Look how nice that interior looks. That's the new dressing, by the way. It says you to sit it overnight if you can. Just move the keys. Look at that. That looks like brand new. He is going to be so excited to see this car. Okay, this is the UK mod. Check it out. Listen to this. Tell me what you think. Just an idea of that UK mod. It's definitely sounding nicer without being drony. Do it again. Definitely got a good sound to it. So I'm making a U-turn because I gotta take a picture of this sign and I want to show it to you guys too. Traffic really sucks, so this just took me like 20 minutes to make that turn. This is the sign right here. Can you see it? Slow down so I can get the whole effect. See that? That is awesome. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this build. This car came all the way from Minnesota. Kevin, thank you so much for sending us your car and allowing us to work on it. If it makes it back in time, which I hope it does, happy birthday. And thank you to your friend Amy that helped put this thing together. She went back and forth with Esther a lot to make this happen, and it was all secret. So it's kind of cool to be a part of that. We're suckers for a surprise. So it's a gross day today. That is the truck picking up this S2000. We're trying to make sure it doesn't sit out in the rain any longer than it has to because we cleaned the car, made it look so pretty. He's going to get the truck in position right there and open it. I'm going to pull the car out. He's going to guide me. I'm going to put it right up inside that truck so it's out of the weather. This is just one of those things that I do for my car, so I do it for you too. I don't want the car sitting in the rain, getting dirty. Kevin, here's your parts that you requested. It's already got plenty of gas. It's got a nice radio. So there we go. As soon as he gives me the heads up, we'll be pulling that up into the truck. Oh, race wraps, look at that, making that gradual. All right, there it is. It's on the way back to Kevin. Thank you. Great shipper. I'm watching, I'm backing up. Make sure I don't fall off this thing. So much care and attention, I love it. There it is, Kevin. It's loaded up. We're just in time because the rain's coming down faster. We kept the car as clean and as dry as we can. Hopefully you enjoy the car. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks, Kevin, for the business. We'll see you on the next video. Oh, I'm trying to stay dry. I'm trying to get my exercise. Guys, March 22nd, it is official. We are having another LHT Mega Meet. It's on the board at Quaker Steak. If you drive by, you look over at that restaurant, you're going to see our name scrolling across the sign, which I got to tell you, I was super giddy last night seeing it. I couldn't stop taking pictures of it, but I'm more excited to bring meets together. This is more important than ever. Now I'm getting in my sentiment years, I'm realizing that there is no replacement for time. Spend the time with the people you care about, doing the things you like and sharing it with others. the LHT Mega Meet, March 22nd, Quaker Steak. We'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Like I always say at the end of the video, don't forget, enjoy your cars.